We are together. This is Maria Joao Pires, the world-renowned concert pianist, and I'm standing in for Ian Skelly, who was originally planned to do the interview, but he's been called away by the BBC. So the first question which I'd like to ask you, Maria, is how you came across Krishnamurti.
I started quite a long time ago, in the 60s. I
Mm.
got the first book from a friend, and it was kind of this first impression was kind of a shock, you know.
Yes.
It was really something totally new for me.
Yes.
I had a grandfather who was replaced a bit my father, because my father died very, very soon, and he was reading all kinds of Buddhist philosophy and many different different writers and different philosophers, different, how you say, kinds of
Approaches to life. Is that? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't know how to say that. Yes.
Was he?
What do you mean?
Was he interested in meditation, your grandfather?
He was meditating every day,
Yeah.
and he was completely, and he had many books. And as a child, as a young girl, I was sometimes reading parts of his books, and I started to be very interested in meditation very soon, when I was still very young.
Right, yes, yeah. And did he sit in silence, your grandfather?
Oh yes,
Oh, right,
absolutely.
yes,
Until he died, he was a
Mm.
very special man, and had a very big influence on all of us, and was really, really special. And so I grew up with that somehow, but I had never read Krishnamurti, and the first book was for me a very special opening to something that is completely independent from any religion, from any belief, but it is such the core of the philosophy, and so I was always, and then after that I read as much as I could, and as much as I could find, you know. At that time I couldn't speak any English, and so it was more difficult to find this kind of books. I was in Germany, so in German, and the most people didn't know him, but I had some friends who knew.
Right, I'm with you, and then got the books. What I was going to say, I was listening to some Bach that you were playing, Partita No. 1, and also a keyboard concerto with Riccardo Chailly more recently. And it seemed to have this quality of silence and order and space in the music. Do you think that comes from your background in silent meditation?
Could be, but I think since even before, when I was a child, I was always looking for the sound in the silence. So this was for me a kind of miracle, you know. I was sometimes waiting in my house. It's a funny thing. I was at the piano waiting for the moment where the vacuum cleaner would stop. Because at this time the vacuum cleaners would make a lot of noise. And I would wait a long time for that moment of silence, and then create the sound inside the silence. So this was for me kind of a very big need. I needed to feel the sound in the silence.
Right, I understand. Yes, I'm with you.